Hello and welcome to evening prayer. I think my comments this evening may be a little bit more specifically directed to those who are living alone. And I think we need to maybe talk about what it is for us to live without human touch. And for many, this might have been their life before the pandemic, but there were options anyway. It makes me think of the stories we are told about Jesus and how so many of those stories involved a laying on of hands, a touching, and a recognition that our deepest healing is a result of encountering other human beings. And that we are all called to be healers. And some of us have unique gifts of healing touch. And I suspect that among some of us, we may have developed a new rhythm to our days. We may be spending more time outside. We may even be getting our hands in the soil, which is so restorative, or in some cases, our toes in the water. And even that just awakens in us that relief of belonging to this planetary community. Yet I suspect that there is an underlying ache in most of us, an ache for human touch. And so I wonder how we open ourselves up to experiencing a different kind of touch, a different way of being touched. How might we open our hearts, our minds, our imaginations in the meantime? I don't often use human metaphors as a way of describing the mystery that we call God. I find that in using human metaphors, whether it's male or female, mother or father, which I know is very much part of the tradition, kind of reduces the mystery of how I understand this cosmic love, this cosmic energy, this cosmic partner. But I suspect that those metaphors might be profoundly meaningful for us at this time. That understanding of being held by God. And so I've chosen a reading this evening that I think speaks to our ache for healing human touch. And in the meantime, let us endeavor to open ourselves to different ways of experiencing human touch. And you held me, and there were no words. And there was no time, and you held me, and there was only wanting and being held and being filled with wanting. And I was nothing but letting go and being held. And there were no words, and there needed to be no words. And there was no terror, only stillness. And I was wanting nothing. And it was fullness, and it was touch and warmth and darkness and no time and no words. And we flowed, and I was not empty. And I was given up to the dark and in the darkness I was not lost. And the wanting was like fullness, and I could hardly hold it, and I was held. And you were dark and warm, and without time and without words. And you held me. As we prepare for what is going to be a glorious weekend in Ontario, I pray that you are able to imagine that experience of being deeply held by that mystery we know as God, but also that you are able to sink into your creatureliness this weekend and feel held by the creation itself, by the earth underneath our feet and the grass that caresses our toes and the birds that wake us each day and sing for us as the sun goes down. And I hope that you can connect with that deepest of truths, that we are not alone. Peace be with you, good friends. Peace be with you.